Now, Southern California's news leader, ABC-7 Eyewitness News.
Now at 11, a bomb cyclone sparking an atmospheric river in Northern California. Torrential rain, snow, flooding, winds, and damaging waves pounding parts of the coast. All of this setting up what could be a very wet weekend that kicks off the busy holiday travel season. We have team coverage tonight, beginning with a first look at our conditions with meteorologist Dallas Raines. Dallas.
Thank you, Mark. An impressive satellite view tonight shows that bomb cyclone just off Seattle, and it is really pounding that area with powerful winds. And we have an atmospheric river. That's heavy rain moving into Northern California tonight. Looks like that area will get anywhere between 5 and 10 inches of rain. You can see the center of this storm looks like a hurricane. Now, how much of this will get down into Southern California? I'll have the answer in just a minute.
Okay. Dallas
thanks, Mark.
Thank you. Well, there are some major impacts being felt by this storm overnight and concerns in our local burn scars about what could be on the way for us here. Eyewitness News reporter Tim Caputo here with a look at the new images coming in tonight. Tim.
And Mark, some of those towns in Northern California have already seen 5 inches of rain in less than 24 hours. There have been a dozen small landslides already, and it's only going to get worse up there with the potential for another foot of rain still on the way. Now, we're not going to see rainfall anywhere near that bad, but plenty of people here keeping a watchful eye on this storm, especially those in fire-damaged Ventura County. This bomb cyclone is living up to its intimidating name right now in the middle of a deadly 1-2 punch of the Pacific Northwest. First, the hurricane-force winds toppling trees in Washington state, killing 2 people, including a Bellevue woman killed in her shower when a tree crushed her home. Entire neighborhoods littered with downed tree limbs and power lines, as already 500,000 people are without power.
I could hear it creaking, and I wasn't sure if it was falling or just like moving in the wind. And then I heard it breaking through some branches. Northern California now bracing for torrential rain as the atmospheric river is expected to drench the coast north of San Francisco through Friday and cause dangerous flooding. Heavy snow has already fallen in the Sierra, and there are countless delayed flights in and out of the Bay Area. While Northern California will see the worst of the storm, the system will deliver a glancing blow to Southern California this coming weekend.
We'll certainly have some rain around, but we're not expecting that rain to fall in too short of a duration of time to create the kinds of flooding problems that are expected farther to the north.
Those still reeling from the mountain fire in Ventura County keeping a close eye on this storm, knowing that too much rain on fire-scarred hillsides could cause flash floods and debris flows. The National Weather Service evaluating the vulnerabilities caused by this massive fire, which destroyed or damaged 370 homes, but believe the odds are low this upcoming storm system will cause significant impacts, but forecasters say there are no guarantees.
We look at the range of possible scenarios. The bulk of those scenarios are suggesting that the rain's not going to be heavy enough.
Better safe than sorry here. Ventura County Fire Department reminding folks to be prepared, even offering free sandbags at every fire station over the coming days. Mark.
All right, Tim Caputo, thank you. New at 11, a local firefighter honored for saving a man from a burning truck in the middle of the 134 freeway in Burbank. Dramatic video showing Good Samaritans also jumping in to help after the firefighter smashed the windshield to get him out. Eyewitness News reporter Tim Pulliam shows us how the LA Fire Department celebrated that hero along with some of his colleagues at tonight's Valor Awards ceremony.
Dramatic video shows this overturned truck on fire as people pull the victim from the shattered windshield.
The result of an overturned dump truck.
The fiery spectacle happening earlier this year in the middle of the eastbound lanes on the 134 freeway. The person surviving because of downtown Los Angeles firefighter Shedrick Griggs, who was in a station pickup truck transporting equipment when he rolled up to the scene.
I don't feel like a hero. I feel like I'm just doing what I was called to do.
The 34-year-old's calling and life-saving efforts recognized Monday night at BMO Stadium by his colleagues and the community. Griggs, just 2 years into serving as an LA firefighter, a career he's wanted since age 7.
I think I came in first place in a little push-up competition with one of our firefighters, so I was like, okay, if he could do it, I could do it. And then I guess 20 years later, here I am.
Firefighters Ethan Ramirez, based in Watts, and Jake Peters in Hollywood, both honored with a Medal of Merit. In January, Peters responded to this home engulfed in flames. The 25-year-old says his faith led him toward the 2 people trapped inside.
all I can say was in that moment, I think it was God telling me to turn around and go to the other way. And that's the only thing I can think about. And I prayed for that individual quite a bit. I was happy to hear that that individual has made it out and is successfully alive today.
Ramirez saving the life of a fellow firefighter back in February after they were standing on the roof of a burning home that partially collapsed. Ramirez pulling the colleague to safety unharmed.
Anyone else on this job would have done the exact same thing that I did, given the scenario.
These firefighters showed great courage in the midst of danger. Last year, LA firefighters responded to 500,000 calls. LAFD estimates that they are on track to surpassing that number this year. Tim Pulliam, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Happening tomorrow, a family desperate to find their missing daughter is planning a rally at Crypto.com Arena to recruit search volunteers. Hannah Kobayashi was heading to New York from Maui more than a week ago, but she missed her connecting flight at LAX. Tonight, her family fears she may have been abducted. They say they got strange texts from her phone mentioning a spiritual awakening. Her phone was last pinged at LAX and has since gone dead. The FBI is helping in the search. Just days ahead of one of the busiest travel periods of the year, we're learning about another mid-air scare, an unruly passenger on an American Airlines flight. Eyewitness News reporter Jory Rand live now with the details on how other passengers came to the rescue. Jory.
Yeah, Mark, here we are less than a week away from the Thanksgiving holiday when it officially begins. More than 1 million Californians expected to fly sometime next week. And seeing yet another case of an unruly passenger needing to be duct taped by other passengers is not what anyone wants to see right now.
There was no time. He was, 2 feet from the door. It was just chaos.
Chaos aboard an American Airlines flight from Milwaukee to Dallas Tuesday. An agitated man trying to get off the plane mid-flight, rushing the emergency exit, striking a flight attendant blocking the door. That's when Doug McCright jumped into action.
He was going for the door. And so I just grabbed the guy from behind and kept him from pulling the thing on the door.
Doug was bloodied amid the chaos. He thinks he took an elbow to the face, though he's not even sure amid the confusion exactly what happened. He and other passengers held the man down and duct taped his wrists and ankles.
We were on our knees holding him down, and you could see there were more people in the aisle that were ready and willing to help.
It's not the first time we've seen this exact thing play out. This is from another American Airlines flight back in February.
He already had the safety mechanism down. He had both hands on the lever and he was like yanking it.
Out came the duct tape to restrain that man until they landed. And back in 2013, this man got drunk on duty-free alcohol on his flight from Iceland to New York City, at one point saying the plane is going to crash. Passengers duct taped and zip-tied him to his seat, and in this case, like the others, the man was taken into custody upon landing. So in this case, yesterday, there was an air marshal on board. That was one of the men photographed with Doug when he had the bloody face. The other was a security manager. Both on board helped subdue that passenger. That man was taken off the plane once they were on the ground and given a medical check. Reporting live tonight, Jory Rand, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Unsettling. Jory, thank you. Armed with an aerosol can and a lighter just ahead, the fiery felon caught stealing from a local store. And our Leanne Suter opening up on her diagnosis with a rare and aggressive form of skin cancer. See what it took to rebuild her ear and hear the health warning she has for all of us. Plus, with a bomb cyclone and an atmospheric river to our north, what a beautiful sight in Long Beach now. But could there be rain this weekend? Dallas Raines is tracking it all.
Right now, it's Southern California's news leader with Mark Brown, Rob Fukasaki with sports, and Chief Meteorologist Dallas Raines. Now, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
New at 11, armed with aerosol and on the attack. Dramatic surveillance images here showing a woman using an aerosol can and a lighter to threaten an employee, creating a flame as she was robbing a 7-Eleven in Manhattan Beach. Police say the suspect, identified as 35-year-old Kimberly Nation, stole about $10 to $15 worth of merchandise last week and got away. Less than a week later, they were able to track her down and take her into custody. First responders often take the people they rescue to the hospital, but in Upland, they had to rescue someone at the hospital. Police say a walk-in patient believed to be high on drugs broke through some ceiling tiles in a restroom at the San Antonio Regional Hospital emergency room and then got stuck. Using a pole camera, they were able to find the man who was wedged between an HVAC unit and a steel beam. It took rescuers nearly an hour to get him out of there. Skin cancer affects more than 5 million people each year in the United States, and detecting it early could save your life. Our Leanne Suter recently revealed her own diagnosis, and tonight she's sharing her skin cancer journey with us.
How are you feeling?
Cancer is a diagnosis no one expects, but when it comes to skin cancer, I am one of more than 5 million diagnosed each year.
It's the most common cancer of mankind. The most common skin cancer of mankind is the type that you had. About 1 in 4 Americans will deal with this at some point in their life. We lose about a patient every 28 minutes in the United States alone to melanoma and squamous cell carcinoma.
Dr. Teo Soleimani is a Mohs and facial reconstructive surgeon. He rebuilt my ear after removing the cancer. It all began when I felt a small bump on my ear. Something told me to get it checked out right away with my dermatologist, Dr. Shirley.
There are some skin cancers that really stand out because they're black or they're really red or something. And then there are some skin cancers that kind of look almost like a pimple, or maybe they look like a little wound that won't heal.
And some, like mine, can be difficult to spot, which is why getting an annual skin check is vital. It could save your life. A biopsy showed my bump was an aggressive form of basal cell carcinoma. Dr. Soleimani performed Mohs surgery, in which the cancer is slowly removed layer by layer to preserve as much tissue as possible.
With this technique, we're able to look at a 360-degree view of the cancer and look at the margin at 100% confidence.
It was all done under local anesthetic. 6 hours and 70 stitches later.
From the inside here, that wrap around the underside and come all the way down.
I had a cancer-free, reconstructed ear. Dr. Soleimani says the number of skin cancer cases across the country has jumped dramatically due to the pandemic.
We are seeing more advanced cancers in younger patients. We are seeing more bad outcomes as a result of the delay in care.
Skin cancer usually appears on sun-exposed skin, but it can form anywhere on the body and on all skin types, which is why prevention is key.
The bottom line is, if you feel like something's not right on your skin, if you've got a gut feeling, go in and see your dermatologist.
Mohs surgery has a 99% cure rate and has become the gold standard for treating skin cancer. I've been given the all clear, but the bottom line in all of this is make sure you get that annual skin check. Leanne Suter, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Many of the biggest names in country music honored at the 2024 CMA Awards tonight in Nashville. Morgan Wallen, who had the most nominations going into the evening, took home the coveted Entertainer of the Year award. He was not in attendance to accept the award. The crowd rallied when there was a tribute to the legendary George Strait, who was given the Willie Nelson Lifetime Achievement Award. And on the red carpet before the show, an LA legend.
Excited to be here at the CMA?
Yeah, this is my second time, so I'm pretty excited. Yeah, that's a nice...
Okay, guys, look at that Grand Slam photo right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it the little walk-over? I ain't throwing the bat. Right?
Freddie Freeman helping present an award during the CMA Awards ceremony. The big winner of the night, Chris Stapleton, who took home 3 awards, including Single of the Year, Song of the Year, and Male Vocalist of the Year. Our meteorologist of the year, Dallas Raines, joining us now with the AccuWeather forecast. Hey, Dallas.
Mark, we've been looking at this bomb cyclone. This is a very powerful storm that develops very quickly. It looks like a hurricane. I'll take a close look at it in a second. But when you look at the circulation around this area of low pressure, it starts to bring up moisture from the south, and that forms what we call an atmospheric river. It's stuck over Northern California. They're going to have very heavy rain up there. And, of course, it's really windy around that, too. And here's our zoom in tonight. It looks like a hurricane. It is not. There are 2 different types of cyclone. Hurricanes are very warm core. They form down the Gulf of Mexico and the Caribbean. This is a mid-latitude storm, but it has plenty of power to it and a very low pressure. It's going to spin around up there for a couple of days. Let's go in close tonight so you can see wave after wave of rain tonight. Wind in Northern California. That includes San Francisco. So if you're headed northbound, be prepared for that. The amount of rainfall over the next 24 hours is amazing. Look at this. 8, 9, 10 inches of rain around the Redding area, Crescent City, and San Francisco could easily pick up between 2.5, 3. It's going to be raining right on through the weekend. But notice in Southern California how the atmospheric river stays up there. So all the rain comes in from the southwest, feeding into that area. area of Northern California, we remain in the sunshine and a warm day tomorrow at 74. Then let's go for the next 24 hours, which will take us into Friday at 6:30. It has moved a little closer, still raining in San Francisco. And then finally, what's left of it, it starts to lose energy as it makes its way into Southern California. It will rain this weekend, but we're not going to see any heavy flooding, thank goodness, from this storm system. We have to watch it carefully, though, because a lot of times our numerical model guidance that meteorologists use can be off, so we're going to watch it carefully. Tomorrow morning, still another cold morning at 46 for 7 o'clock. Earlier this morning, we're back in the 30s again from Ojai to portions of Ventura County. 71 at 11 o'clock, then 77 at 3. Tomorrow will be the warmest day of the next 7-day period. Overnight lows tonight, some of those colder valleys at 39, like Woodland Hills, mountains 25. Low desert 49 degrees tonight, and the high desert Palmdale, Lancaster, Victorville, you're in the mid-20s. Highs tomorrow, though, look great. We see the sun shining across the area. If you're going to be up at Big Bear, at about 60 degrees tomorrow, 79 in Palm Springs, 78 out at Covina and Montclair, Glendale and Pasadena, not 80, but really, really close. Encino at 77, and Woodland Hills could hit 80 tomorrow. Let's roll up that 7, and here's what I have for you. A lot of sunshine. Enjoy the mild weather. It'll be a little cooler Friday. Then things start to change Friday night. And by Saturday, keep the umbrella handy, 50% chance of rain. At this time, for the downtown inland Orange County, I'm forecasting about 1/4 to 1/2 inch of rain Sunday again, and the rain showers will continue into Monday. So we have a 3-day period there of this old atmospheric river in the area, but just not as powerful as it is up in Northern California. It's going to be cool, though, 62 on Sunday. That's the best we can do. And as I mentioned, even Tuesday and Wednesday of next week, we'll have some scattered clouds, maybe and a slight chance of showers, but very cool weather. In the Inland Empire and Valleys, warm day tomorrow. Still nice on Friday. Big cool down on Saturday. Keep the umbrella handy through the weekend. Total amounts of rain from Saturday into Monday in parts of the valleys could be over 1 inch, but I think it'll come kind of moderate to steady rain instead of those brief, heavy rain showers that can cause flooding. So that is the possibility for the weekend. At the beaches, big swells coming in. You can imagine with that bomb cyclone with 70, 80, 90 mile an hour winds out there. Big swells coming in, so enjoy that surface. Lots of sunshine. Marine layer returns on Friday, and rain showers amounting to 1 inch of rain total at the beaches, at highs only 59. Now, this weather system, as being an atmospheric river, will have very high snow levels. So this is not a snow event for Southern California, unfortunately, but it will produce some rain up there in the mountain areas starting Friday night and lasting all the way through Monday and into Tuesday. Head to the deserts. Well, you've got plenty of sunshine out there, Mark, but by Sunday, we'll have a chance of showers even in the desert areas, and much cooler weather is coming. Atmospheric river will be watched starting tomorrow morning, and we're going to take you all the way through the weekend with it. Okay.
Dallas, thank you.
Thank you, Mark.
Could Google be forced to sell off its Chrome web browser? What the Justice Department is saying now. That's next.
It's time for the Sports Report, presented by Spectrum.
The Clippers getting comfortable in their new home and starting to get on a roll. Rob Fukuzaki joining us now with sports. Rob?
And they're really doing it without superstars on the team, Mark. Entering the night, the Clippers at 8-7, 8th in the Western Conference, facing Orlando 9-6, 3rd in the Eastern Conference, and just one of 4 teams in the East with a winning record. Clips without Norman Powell tonight, but Amir Coffey filling in nicely. 14 of his 16 points in the opening 24 minutes, knocking down all 4 of his 3-pointers the first half. LA up 3 at the break. Then, poof, just like magic, the Clippers pull away in the 3rd quarter thanks to a 14-2 run. Ivica Zubac and James Harden both with 8 points in the frame. Clippers up 12 heading to the 4th quarter. Harden finished with 24 points, 5 assists, while Big Zoo making 8 of 11 shots for 17 points, 12 rebounds. Clippers win their 3rd straight with an 11-point win. Saturday, USC and UCLA will battle for the 94th time on the gridiron. Tonight, UCLA got the hype going with their annual Beat SC rally. Ashley Mackey with the sights and sounds.
School spirit is high here in Wilson Plaza at UCLA. Thousands of students are expected to pass through here for the annual Beat SC rally. This rally is a long-standing tradition, but the crosstown rivalry is even longer, nearly a century old. And every year, the Wednesday before UCLA takes on USC, they rally the troops, rally all of the fans here at UCLA to get excited, get pumped for the game.
I loved it. I love being here with my friends. I love the energy. Honestly, this was one of the most things I was excited about, to come to this school, just like the energy and the vibes, and it was amazing.
It was awesome. You know, there's lots of energy here, and we're all excited to go out and stomp USC.
It's honestly like crazy because my grandpa went to UCLA way back in like the 60s, and so I've always been like Team UCLA. USC is our rival. We don't like USC in my family. So it's like so exciting that now I get to go to the game. My sister's coming out from Texas for it. I'm going with my whole a cappella group. It's going to be super fun.
Although USC is leading the series, UCLA did take home the win last year at the Coliseum. So we'll see who comes out on top this Saturday. For Sunday Night Sports, Ashley Mackey in Westwood.
All right, thank you, Ashley. After the rally and bonfire, UCLA men's hoops took care of Idaho State. 84-70, SC beat San Jose State 82-68, and the Sabres blanked the Kings 1-0. Of course, USC's conquest tomorrow night on the campus of USC.
All
Proud
right,
children.
Looking forward to that.
All right.
Fight on. Jimmy Kimmel Live, 4 minutes away. We have a preview next. Jimmy Kimmel Live is less than a minute away. Here he is with a look at tonight's show. Jim.
Thank you, Mark. Tonight on Joe Biden's 217th birthday, the Karate Kid Ralph Macchio is here, and country music star Blake Shelton puts his fate in our hands as he attempts to wing it and sing it next on Jimmy Kimmel Live.
That's it for us here at 11 o'clock. Eyewitness News returns tomorrow at 4 a.m. We're here 24 hours a day, streaming on the free ABC-7 Los Angeles app. You can also check us out on social media. Now, for all of us at ABC-7 Eyewitness News, I'm Mark Brown. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you back here tomorrow night. Good night.